Hey everyone, welcome back to SwitchTop. The Nintendo Switch 2 is coming, and with it, some incredibly exciting games are on the way. Today, we're counting down the top 20 most anticipated titles that have us ready to upgrade. These are the games that could really push the new hardware to its limits. Let's jump right in. The Rogue Prince of Persia stands out as one of the most anticipated games for Nintendo Switch 2, blending fast, acrobatic movement with the replay-heavy structure of a roguelite. Developed by Evil Empire, it puts you in the role of a prince fighting to reclaim Persia from a corrupted Hun invasion, moving through procedurally generated levels where every run reshapes the path, enemy placements, and available upgrades. The game leans heavily on fluid parkour, letting you chain wall runs, dashes, and precise strikes in a way that keeps combat and platforming tightly linked. Each attempt feeds into progression at the Oasis Hub, where new weapons, medallions, and builds open up deeper strategies without locking you into a single playstyle. Its stylized animation gives every move a clean rhythm, and the soundtrack by Asadi adds a modern Persian energy that fits the setting well. With its focus on experimentation, quick runs, and responsive controls, it feels ideal for hybrid play, and it's officially launching on December 16th, 2025 for both Nintendo Switch and Switch 2. Red Dead Redemption arrives on Nintendo Switch 2 with a surprising amount of anticipation, especially now that Rockstar has confirmed a native version launching on December 2nd, 2025. This edition isn't just a simple port. It benefits from the added power of the new hardware, offering smoother performance at 60 frames per second, HDR support, and even DLSS to sharpen the image during exploration and combat. What makes the upgrade even more appealing is how seamlessly it respects existing players. Anyone who owns the game on the original Switch gets a free upgrade and can carry their save data forward, making the transition feel effortless. The package includes the complete Game of the Year content, along with the Undead Nightmare expansion, giving players a full Western adventure right from the start. Experiencing its open landscapes, tense shootouts, and atmospheric towns with improved responsiveness should make the game feel fresh again, especially in handheld play where Rockstar titles were rarely seen. With both performance upgrades and content bundled in, this version of Red Dead Redemption stands out as a major third-party highlight for the Switch 2 lineup.
This one's for the horses. What do you think?
I'm no expert, but it certainly looks like a fine corral.
I suspect you've stolen more horses than you've broken.
Now where'd you get such an idea?
First impressions are hard to erase.
Octopath Traveler 0 is shaping up to be a major RPG release for Nintendo Switch 2, bringing a new angle to the HD 2D series when it arrives on December 4th, 2025. Instead of choosing from preset heroes, you create your own protagonist by selecting their look, voice, and personal details, which gives the journey a more personal feel as you explore Orstera's past in this prequel. Early on, your hometown is destroyed, and rebuilding it becomes a core part of the adventure, letting you place structures, gather resources, and invite new companions to resettle there. The familiar break and boost combat returns, but now expands with larger parties, letting you form a front line and a rear guard to add tactical layers, especially since there are more than 30 recruitable allies. The game stays true to the series' visual identity, with its blend of pixel art and detailed environments, enhanced further on Switch 2 thanks to smoother performance and support for expansive town layouts. With its mix of character customization, strategy elements, and classic turn-based battles, Octopath Traveler 0 stands out as one of the most exciting RPGs lined up for the next generation of Nintendo hardware.
We're in this together. Please and thank you!
Time to teach you a lesson. Witness a tale of beginnings that unfolds across Orstera.
Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is set to be a major cinematic adventure for Nintendo Switch 2, bringing Machine Games' take on the iconic archaeologist to the system when it launches in 2026. Set between Raiders of the Lost Ark and The Last Crusade, the story follows Indy in 1937 as he uncovers a conspiracy linked to an ancient network of sites known as the Great Circle, pushing him across deserts, temples, and long-forgotten ruins. Gameplay blends stealth, fistfights, and gunplay with creative use of the whip, which isn't just for swinging, but also for distracting enemies, traversing hazards, and interacting with the environment in satisfying ways. The structure mixes tightly directed story moments with larger exploratory areas filled with puzzles and hidden paths, capturing the adventurous rhythm fans expect. The Switch 2 version benefits from the stronger hardware, aiming to deliver smoother performance and detailed environments without losing the cinematic tone. With its mix of action, puzzle solving, and a classic globe-trotting story, this release stands out as one of the system's most anticipated big-budget titles, especially for players who grew up with indie's blend of mystery and danger. Monster Hunter Stories 3: Twisted Reflection is one of the most exciting RPGs coming to Nintendo Switch 2, arriving on March 13, 2026, and it pushes the series further into story-driven territory. Set more than 2 centuries after the previous games, it follows 2 kingdoms, Azuria and Vermeil, whose uneasy balance is shaken when a single egg hatches twin Rathalos, an omen tied to a strange phenomenon called the encroachment that turns monsters into crystal or stone. As a rider, you build bonds with monsties, hatch new allies, and form parties that thrive on strategic, turn-based combat, where timing and synergy matter more than raw power. The world is built around larger, 3D environments that feel more alive, giving exploration a stronger sense of adventure as you move between biomes shaped by each kingdom's identity. Its painterly art direction fits naturally with the tone of the series, while benefiting from the Switch 2's improved hardware, allowing richer areas and smoother battles. With its deeper narrative focus, expanded team building, and a strong emotional hook centered around the twin Rathalos, this entry feels like the most ambitious evolution of the story's formula yet. .007 First Light is shaping up to be a standout spy action title for Nintendo Switch 2, launching on March 27, 2026, and it gives players an origin story for a younger, less experienced James Bond. You step into Bond's shoes as he earns his place in MI6's Elite 00 program, navigating a conspiracy involving a rogue agent while balancing stealth, combat, and social infiltration. Gameplay emphasizes player choice. You can sneak past guards, bluff your way through tense situations, or engage in tactical combat, with the instinct system enhancing precision, deception, and timing. Bond's iconic gadgets, from hacking tools to distraction devices, allow creative approaches to challenges, and combat escalates naturally into lethal encounters when necessary. Missions are cinematic and varied, taking you from gala events in Kensington to international locales like a chess tournament in Slovakia. Switch 2's hardware allows the game to run smoothly, with detailed environments and fluid animations, while maintaining the tension and style expected of a Bond adventure. Multiple editions, including Standard, Specialist, and Legacy, offer cosmetic and physical extras, making this both a strategic and collectible experience. With its mix of stealth, action, and story-driven gameplay, 007 First Light promises a fresh, immersive James Bond experience, tailored for the next-generation Nintendo platform.
009 slips through our fingers, you're the last line of defense.
Someone just tried to kill me.
Tell me you caught him.
Yakuza Kiwami 3 and Dark Ties is shaping up to be a must-play for Nintendo Switch 2 when it launches on February 12, 2026, offering both a full remake of Kiwami 3 and a brand new story in Dark Ties. The remake revisits Kiryu's journey as he protects an orphanage in Okinawa, balancing high-stakes brawls and emotional character moments with modernized combat that features more heat abilities, smoother combos, and refined flow. Meanwhile, Dark Ties follows antagonist Yoshitaka Mine, a former entrepreneur whose personal losses pulled him into the underworld, allowing players to experience a fresh perspective with his boxing-inspired fighting style and a darker, awakening mode. Both stories feature upgraded graphics, redesigned character models, and immersive environments optimized for Switch 2, alongside new cutscenes, side content, and narrative depth that expand on the Yakuza lore. With a mix of cinematic storytelling, strategic combat, and multiple playable perspectives, the package gives longtime fans and newcomers a rich, connected experience. Distributed as a game keycard, the title combines nostalgia with fresh mechanics, making it one of the standout action-adventure releases for Nintendo's next-generation system. Warhammer 40,000 Rogue Trader is one of the most ambitious RPGs coming to Nintendo Switch 2, launching on December 11th, 2025, and it fully immerses players in the grimdark universe of 40K. As a powerful rogue trader, you command your own void ship and crew, exploring the uncharted Coronis expanse, while making morally complex decisions that shape entire star systems. The game blends turn-based tactical combat with strategic management. Every companion has unique abilities, and battles require careful positioning, use of cover, and skill synergy. Outside combat, you negotiate, trade, and expand your influence, deciding whether to uphold the Emperor's law or forge alliances with dangerous factions. The story is rich and branching, with consequences that ripple across your trade empire, and the Switch 2 version integrates all major updates and DLC, like Lex Imperialis, along with interface and graphical enhancements suited for the platform. Rogue Trader's combination of deep tactical gameplay, expansive exploration, and narrative weight makes it a standout for Switch 2, allowing both strategic thinkers and Warhammer fans to experience a sprawling, choice-driven adventure on the go or at home, all within the iconic, darkly atmospheric 40K universe. Resident Evil Requiem is one of the most anticipated survival horror games coming to Nintendo Switch 2, launching on February 27th, 2026. And it introduces a fresh protagonist, FBI analyst Grace Ashcroft, to the iconic franchise. Set in the ruined remains of Raccoon City, Grace investigates mysterious deaths tied to her past, including her mother's tragic fate, while navigating the tense, claustrophobic environments classic to Resident Evil. The game offers both first-person and third-person perspectives, allowing players to switch between cinematic immersion and tactical overview. Core survival horror mechanics remain intact, with limited resources, environmental puzzles, and encounters that reward careful planning and strategy. The Switch 2 version is fully native, optimized for handheld and docked play, and features gyro aiming to enhance precision without relying on mouse-like controls. Pre-orders include standard and deluxe editions, with bonus cosmetics, weapon skins, and themed hardware like a Grace Ashcroft amiibo. With its mix of story-driven horror, versatile gameplay perspectives, and polished performance on next-gen hardware, Resident Evil Requiem promises to deliver a tense, atmospheric, and highly replayable experience, positioning it as a standout survival horror title for the Nintendo Switch 2.
I'm coming. Keep moving. What's wrong? I'll explain later.
Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition is one of the most anticipated RPG releases for Nintendo Switch 2, set to launch in 2026, bringing the full post-apocalyptic experience to a new generation of players. This edition includes the base game along with all 6 official DLCs, Automatron, Far Harbor, Nuka World, and the 3 workshop expansions, while also integrating over 150 Creation Club items, offering new weapons, outfits, and even dog meat breeds. The game introduces a streamlined creations menu inspired by Skyrim and Starfield, making it easier to manage content and access additional quests. While the visuals retain the signature Fallout 4 aesthetic, improvements ensure smooth performance on Switch 2, whether exploring the wasteland, engaging in base building, or tackling complex quests. Players can fully immerse themselves in the Commonwealth, crafting settlements, scavenging for resources, and shaping the world through choices that impact factions, companions, and outcomes. With its rich combination of narrative depth, open-world exploration, and expanded content, Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition delivers both nostalgia for longtime fans and a polished, complete experience for newcomers, marking it as a standout title on Nintendo's next-generation hybrid console.
It's the end of the world. All over again. Let's go, pal.
The Adventures of Elliot the Millennium Tales, launching in 2026, and it promises a mix of dynamic combat, exploration, and story-driven adventure. You play as Elliot, accompanied by his fairy companion Faye, traveling across the fantasy continent of Philibeldia, where humanity survives within the kingdom of Huther under a protective magical barrier. The narrative spans centuries, sending players through ancient ruins, mysterious locales, and time-spanning events as they uncover secrets that shape the world. Combat is real-time and customizable, with Elliot wielding 7 weapon types enhanced by magicite crystals for unique effects, while Faye contributes with her own abilities and can even be controlled by a second player in co-op. The game features a convenient shortcut menu for quick swaps and planning, ensuring fluid gameplay even in intense encounters. Its signature HD 2D style blends detailed pixel art with modern 3D effects, creating a nostalgic yet vibrant visual experience optimized for Switch 2's hardware. With its combination of tactical combat, rich storytelling, and cooperative gameplay elements, The Adventures of Elliot, the Millennium Tales, promises a deep and engaging RPG experience, making it a standout title for the next-generation Nintendo console.
That works for you.
Your fairy companion, Faye, can also attack and pick up items. You can control both Elliot and Faye separately, or 2 players can control them.
Dragon Quest VII Reimagined, launching on February 5th, 2026, and it delivers a fully modernized take on the classic Fragments of the Forgotten Past. The game retains its epic, multi-island narrative, sending players through time to restore ancient civilizations while uncovering the mysteries behind sealed lands. Combat is turn-based and refined, with auto-battle options, adjustable speed, and a clearer, more responsive interface. The beloved vocation system returns, now enhanced with a dual-class moonlighting mechanic, allowing characters to combine skills, spells, and perks in flexible ways for deeper strategic options. Exploration is visually elevated through a handcrafted diorama-like art style, giving towns, dungeons, and overworld areas a storybook charm while remaining immersive. Switch 2 enhancements include smoother performance and optimized graphics, with the physical version distributed as a game keycard. While there is no save transfer from the standard Switch version, this edition stands as a complete experience, blending nostalgia with modern conveniences. With its combination of rich storytelling, expansive exploration, and strategic character progression, Dragon Quest VII Reimagined offers both longtime fans and newcomers a compelling, fully realized JRPG adventure on Nintendo's next-generation console.
This is the stuff! You and me battling side by side again. Flame split!
Terminator 2D No Fate is an eagerly awaited retro-inspired action game for Nintendo Switch 2, set to launch on December 12, 2025, and it brings the iconic Terminator 2 Judgment Day universe to life in pixel art style. Players can control Sarah Connor, John Connor, and the T-800, revisiting classic scenes from the movie while exploring original scenarios and branching paths that lead to multiple endings depending on player choices. Gameplay blends run-and-gun, beat-em-up, and stealth-inspired mechanics with real-time combat that rewards timing, strategy, and character-specific abilities. The game features several modes, including Story, Arcade, Infinite, Boss Rush, Mother of the Future, and Training, ensuring variety for different playstyles. Its soundtrack reimagines the film's iconic score with new arrangements, enhancing the nostalgic yet fresh atmosphere. The HD pixel art visuals create a striking retro aesthetic while taking advantage of Switch 2's hardware for smoother animations and richer detail. Collector and Day 1 editions include extras like a reversible box, metal arcade token, cloth poster, and art book, appealing to fans and collectors alike. By combining faithful recreations of the film's moments with imaginative what-if scenarios, Terminator 2D No Fate delivers an engaging, strategic, and nostalgic action experience optimized for Nintendo's next-generation system. Elden Ring Tarnished Edition, set to launch in 2026. and it delivers a comprehensive, enhanced experience of the original Elden Ring. This edition includes the base game alongside the Shadow of the Erdtree expansion, offering vast new areas, bosses, and story content, while also introducing 4 new armor sets, additional weapons, and customization options for Torrent, your spectral steed. Players can choose from 2 new classes, the Knight of Ides and the Heavy Armored Knight, expanding character building options and combat strategies. True to From Software's signature style, the game combines challenging open-world exploration, strategic combat, and high-stakes boss encounters with a dark fantasy atmosphere. The Switch 2 version is optimized for portable play, featuring enhanced performance, smoother animations, and refined visuals to make the sprawling lands between feel immersive on the hybrid console. By bundling the base game, DLC, and new content, Elden Ring Tarnished Edition provides both newcomers and veterans a polished, complete experience. Its combination of deep RPG mechanics, vast exploration, and high-quality optimization positions it as a standout title and a must-play for the next-generation Nintendo system.
In an unending curse.
Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade, launching on January 22, 2026. And it delivers both the original remake story and the intermission episode starring Yuffie Kisaragi. Players experience Cloud's narrative across Midgar, while also following Yuffie's side story, which introduces new missions, combat challenges, and additional lore. The Switch 2 edition is optimized for the system, running at a stable 30 frames per second, and featuring enhanced visuals that make the city of Midgar feel vibrant and alive on the hybrid console. A new, streamlined progression mode allows players to focus on the story by providing unlimited HP/MP, a constantly filled ATB gauge, and maximum damage attacks, while still preserving the tactical depth of the combat system. Pre-orders include digital bonuses, such as the original Final Fantasy VII, and physical extras like a Magic: The Gathering Final Fantasy Play Booster, with the physical release delivered as a game keycard. This edition also marks the first part of the full Remake trilogy coming to Switch 2, with Rebirth and the 3rd installment already confirmed for the platform. By combining a complete narrative experience, optimized performance, and accessibility options for different playstyles, Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade is set to be a landmark RPG experience on Nintendo's next-generation console.
No freaking way!
The Duskbloods is scheduled for release in 2026, and it marks a bold new direction for From Software under Hidetaka Miyazaki. Set in a decaying world on the edge of twilight, players take the role of Bloodsworn, individuals enhanced by a mysterious blood power who are drawn into brutal clashes to claim first blood. The game leans into a dark, gothic fantasy atmosphere, reminiscent of the studio's earlier work, yet it introduces unexpected elements like jetpacks, firearms, and surreal characters such as an elderly winged rat who seems to guide players within a central hub. Built as a PvPvE experience, each match supports up to 8 players, blending tense competitive duels with dangerous AI foes that shape the flow of every battle. This structure adds unpredictability and variety, pushing players to adapt both their tactics and their positioning as threat levels shift dynamically. With its mix of atmospheric world-building, high-stakes multiplayer design, and the signature combat depth From Software is known for, the Duskbloods positions itself as a standout title in the Switch 2 lineup, offering a fresh take on the studio's formula while embracing the console's strengths to deliver an intense, replayable, and thematically rich action experience.
Close your eyes and contemplate now the moon, as befits the soon-to-depart.
I pray that you are able. Carry
Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave, releasing in 2026, and it promises to bring both fresh storytelling and classic Fire Emblem strategy to the next-generation console. Set around the dramatic, heroic games, players follow fighters from diverse backgrounds as they compete in an arena-style competition that shapes the fate of kingdoms. Key characters include Kai, a spear wielder striving to save his father, Theodora, a noble warrior, and Dietrich, a Myrmidon harnessing dark magic, each offering unique abilities and tactical advantages in grid-based, turn-based battles. The visual style draws inspiration from ancient Mediterranean aesthetics, with grand colosseums and intricately designed environments, while character art blends classical antiquity with Fire Emblem's signature anime-influenced design. The game also teases a return of Sothis from Three Houses, now older and more enigmatic, hinting at deep lore connections and intertwining narratives. Combat maintains the strategic depth fans expect, likely featuring reimagined blaze arts and new mechanics tied to the arena format. With its combination of rich narrative, tactical complexity, and visually striking arenas, Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave positions itself as a major next-generation installment, offering both longtime fans and newcomers a compelling, strategic RPG experience on Switch 2.
I must cull it with this blade. My full strength.
There's a man I hate so much that simply killing him will not satisfy me. For that reason, I refuse to.
Marvel Cosmic Invasion, with a confirmed release date of December 1st, 2025, delivering a galaxy-spanning Marvel adventure in vibrant pixel art style. Players take on the roles of iconic heroes, including Spider-Man, Wolverine, Captain America, Nova, Storm, Phoenix, and the invincible Iron Man as they fight to stop Annihilus's catastrophic invasion across Earth and the cosmos. The game features the innovative Cosmic Swap mechanic, allowing players to tag between two selected heroes mid-level to create dynamic combos and strategically leverage unique powers. Combat is fast-paced, retro-inspired, and enhanced with modern effects, while local and online co-op for 1 to 4 players ensures engaging multiplayer action. Visually, the game channels classic Marvel comics with bright, detailed pixel environments, including space stations, alien worlds, and cityscapes under siege. Physical editions are planned for Switch 2 in March 2026, with deluxe editions including extras like a steelbook, art cards, stickers, and a poster. With its mix of nostalgic arcade-style gameplay, strategic hero switching, cooperative modes, and a story that spans the galaxy, Marvel Cosmic Invasion is positioned as a must-play for both longtime Marvel fans and newcomers seeking fast-paced, tactical, and visually striking action on Nintendo's next-generation console. Assassin's Creed Shadows launching on December 2nd, 2025, and it brings feudal Japan to life with a mix of stealth, parkour, and combat. Players can switch between two protagonists, Naoe, a stealthy shinobi, and Yasuke, a powerful samurai, each offering distinct abilities and playstyles that influence how you approach missions and exploration. The Switch 2 version is optimized for the console, featuring touchscreen support for menus, the world map, and in-game systems, alongside cross-progression through Ubisoft Connect, allowing saves to carry over from other platforms. Day 1 updates include advanced parkour mechanics and replayable corrupted castles, with new bosses, challenges, and rewards, ensuring both veterans and newcomers have fresh content. While the base game launches with all previous post-launch updates, the Claws of Awaji DLC is scheduled for early 2026 on Switch 2. Visuals and performance are enhanced for the hybrid console, making stealth sequences, combat, and open-world traversal smoother and more immersive. With its combination of strategic stealth, dynamic combat, and AAA-level world design, Assassin's Creed Shadows promises a richly detailed and engaging experience on Nintendo's next-generation system. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond is set to launch on December 4th, 2025, delivering a next-generation adventure that expands the Metroid Prime series. Players once again take control of Samus Aran as she explores the mysterious planet Viros, filled with alien jungles, ancient ruins, and hidden secrets, while mastering new psychic abilities that let her manipulate her environment and weaponry in creative ways. The Switch 2 version offers 2 performance options. Quality mode runs at 4K 60 frames per second HDR docked and 1080p 60 frames per second handheld, while performance mode targets 120 frames per second docked at 1080p and 120 frames per second handheld at 720p, giving players smooth visuals and responsive gameplay. A new traversal tool, the Viola bike, allows rapid exploration and combat mobility across Viros's varied terrain. Optional mouse mode enhances aiming precision during first-person sequences, improving combat control and scanning mechanics. Retro-inspired exploration is complemented by modern design elements, including intense first-person combat, environmental puzzles, and atmospheric storytelling. With optimized visuals, enhanced performance, and expanded abilities, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond combines the nostalgic feel of the classic series with modern mechanics, positioning it as a marquee title and a central experience for Nintendo Switch 2 owners. Those are the top 20 games we're most excited to play on Nintendo Switch 2. From brand new IPs to long-awaited sequels and beloved franchises making their Nintendo debut, the future is looking bright for Switch 2 owners. What games are you most hyped for? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this countdown, hit that like button and subscribe to SwitchTop for more Nintendo Switch content. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.